skidded off the surface. There was a couple of patches on there that had some bare grass, and what you often see in that area is the ball hits the shiny spot and skids through and hurries you for pace.
Here, I'm sure, coming in. Jitesh, David, Shepherd. Uri, remember the 6. All the way down.
And the chase master up at the top.
One of the prime reasons you're wary of defending any score that
against a team that's got Virat in it.
What an over.
First blow from Gill. A bigger one from Hazelwood. It's 24-1. First over, only 5. Still a conversation between Finch and de Villiers about that move. Should be looking at 2 there. And they look for 3 there. Surely 3 was on. I just think they thought it was 2 from the beginning, so they reconciled to 2. Well, there are lots of theories about what your top 3 should be doing, where they should be batting. Josh Butler in form. Are you worried about a good delivery from Hazelwood front maybe, and don't want to risk him too early, push him a bit back? I can relate because I was in that position a lot throughout my career. So there are 2 sides of the story, and they've decided to go with that tonight. Push Butler back, make the batting lineup, see a bit better. Defensive move though. That perspective is that weird. It's defensive, and I don't like it. Is that clear enough? You could not be clearer. Venkatesh Iyer will come out to bat. You'd imagine. He's done so well. He's got a very good record in playoffs. When KKR won, he got 50 of 25 balls or something in the final. 5 matches, 177 runs. Striking at 170, 180 thereabouts. Everybody's here to watch the game with its fans, spectators. Jay has come down as well. Recently president of the BCCI, World Cup winner himself, leading wicket taker the year that India won the World Cup back in '83. Keeper is running for it. It's a little distant, but he'll get there. What a start for RCB, the defending champions. Wow! Have they sewn up this game so early? Here's Shubman Gill, then Sai Sudarshan, 700 runs apiece. Put them in the dugout. They need to land some blows early, and that's exactly what RCB have done. They answered the ball before, so Sudarshan says, all right, you have to go full. I'm coming at you. It's not. It's a well-directed short ball. Bhuvaneswar Kumar using all of his experience, all of his skill. From there, form, Sasidash, and he has to go for 12. GTA rocked early, 26 for 2.
With the new ball. Hazelwood's taken one. Bhuvneshwar Kumar now has 27 wickets. He wobbles the ball around, moves it here and there, and gets a wicket with a bouncer. Very well directed bouncer over the left-hander's left shoulder. And so it's Butler. If he didn't like it, well, he's here. He's here, but after another body blow. You've got to believe from now on, from here onwards, it's Butler against RCB for them to make a match of it. There's a lot of batting to come, but he's the kingpin. Bhuvneshwar, 1 for 7. Everywhere, striking at the non-strikers end. Where was Nishan Sindhu?
It's a red army out there at the moment. They're everywhere. They're sensing a bit of weakness in the opposition. Butler hoping to get off strike there. Get off the mark, but not on this occasion. There's definitely a bit of extra pressure because of where he's batting now. Now all of a sudden 2 down. The run rate's not looking good. You don't want to be unnecessarily putting your best players under pressure. And he played fine enough. Get off for a boundary. 30 for 2 after 4 overs, the Gujarat Titans. A little bit straight there from Bhumi this time around. Butler gets a much needed boundary for GT. So 30 for 2. Time to rebuild here for the Gujarat Titans. They've been dropped early, both their openers, informed players, over 700 runs. Both dismissed. The middle order hasn't really impressed it, but here's the opportunity. The likes of Washington, Tewatia, Butler, Holder to step up.
It's in the air, but hit hard. So first boundary for Sindhu. He's just got a little bit of room outside the off stump for Sindhu. He flashed hard at it. That's the important thing. Flash hard, you can hit the ball very hard, powerfully, also over the infield.
That's not true.
Rare misfield. He's normally so good, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Consecutive boundaries. Yes, that ball came at him pretty quickly. Good
pace generated again a little bit outside the off-stump, opening the face of the bat, Nishant Sindhu. Bhuvaneswar Kumar has just called an over. Got a very good wicket, very important wicket. The concentration sometimes it will not be 100%. This time there is a man covering it, a third man. 9 of the overs so far. What do you make of this surface push?
It's off its bounce. And the line of that short ball, the moving of the wicketkeeper was excellent. So we're seeing the short ball use some length deliveries and hitting splice of the bat. And Bhuvaneswar's used it well.
Google AI search. The question is on Hazelwood. What makes Hazelwood a wildly powerful power play factor for RCB? Is it his effectiveness that stems from unyielding accuracy, strategic, tactical sequencing, the hard length consistency? No more by asking another question in AI mode in Google search. End the over. After 5, it's 39.
To your question as well, we're seeing the short ball used both as a plan, but the pitch receptive to it. So if we cast our minds forward as well, you would think that Holder and Rabada, etc., would enjoy the bounce of this surface. They like bowling here at the back.
Yeah, 39 for 2. Massive crowd here already. This is a big game. This is an IPL final. Any score in excess of 200, 210, 20 will be a really good score. Rashik Dar. He's had a good season, 16 wickets for him. Well, the Tata IPL trophy, and it arrived in the Tata Sierra. Legend, a lot of people grew up admiring, with legendary interior space, comfort and performance. He's got better and better. Rashik, as the tournament has gone on, grown in confidence as he started to pick wickets, mixing it up quite well. Bowls a slow delivery very smartly. Also, good cricket delivery. He's not express, but he bowls a good line, good length.
Can you repeat that last ball? Jumped up at Sindhu there as well.
There is a man in the deep.
Yeah, going back to the Shubman Gill wicket, we talk about the use of the short ball. Now, Gill has this propensity to run down the pitch early, so that's the ball before the wicket. He charges. Hazelwood keeps his eye. The next ball, the wicket ball, he's actually deeper into his crease. But the bowler is smart enough, skillful enough to hold his length, but you have to keep half an eye as you get into your gather on where the batter is moving forward or back, particularly those guys who like to do it. So it's good on Hazelwood and company so far.
Misses out there. Full toss. Normally puts that away. Two balls left in power play. 2 wickets of bowler.
So Shubman Gill scored a magnificent century a couple of days ago, but Josh Hazelwood's got this ability to surprise the batters with the extra bounce that he can generate. He got that, and then Bhuvneshwar Kumar, very smartly directed bouncer.
Nicely helped on its way. I'll be disappointed with that delivery. It was a good over till then. Still 1 ball left.
Yeah, as I look at the construction of this over, the one thing, and Hazelwood is at mid-on, and Patidar is at mid-off. You go back to the first ball of the over where he hit the splice of the bat from a length. I think he's gone away from that too quickly to variations of slower balls and a full toss attempted Yorker.
It's better to end the over at the end of power play. 45 for 2.
6 runs off, number 6 at the end of power play, achieving 45 for 2.
So as he ended that over, Sunny, Ravi and viewers, that was the ball that I thought he would build on after bowling the exact same ball first ball, make the batter hit your best ball. So I think that's something Rasid will reflect on that over and possibly say, I don't have to try to stay that far ahead when the ball is hitting the splice of the bat.
45 for 2. Now that we're done with power play, spin being introduced straight away. Another man who's had a really good tournament. His economy rate excellent.
Comes down to understanding what is a good score, as Ravi Shastri alluded to. What might be a good score here on the surface, considering the strength of the Gujarat Titans. Excellent bowling as well. You've lost your 2 main scorers this season. So what is that good score that you're looking at, considering your bowling?
Just the single.
At the current rate, they get to about 148, 150. That's not going to be enough to put pressure on a strong RCB batting lineup. I think you need to get anywhere between 175 and 195. Maybe 180 to 195 would be something that will put pressure.
So I reckon anywhere close to 200. From here, they get a good partnership going. 180 minimum. And then they can push it past 200. They'll feel they're very much in the game. By no means a match-winning score, but competitive. You see a lot of the BCCI office bearers here for this big game.
Such a clever bowler, Krunal Pandya. First over after the power play, they lost a wicket and he's trying to capitalize on that. He's bowled 5 deliveries, bro. A single each.
So good start here from Krunal Pandya. Just 5 runs conceded.
50 for 2.
That's been the seventh non-one for Titans 50 for the loss of 2 wickets.
For 2. Still Rashid Dar. Well, the Kingfisher Entertainment Stage, that is the Kingfisher Ultra Wide Check Zone, where music, entertainment, and gold standard vibes come together at the IPL playoffs.
Hello. खुश रहो हाँ हम
Massive crowd in here, as one would expect for this grand
कोई
finale.
भाई हार गए
Plenty of support
भाई
for
के लोग
RCB as well. Who won the toss, the noise was captain for the year. All the hotels, aircrafts, all full, all leading this way. In excess of 110, 115,000 here. You heard the call by the captain clearly, didn't you? Very clearly. In fact, it was said, call loudly. But then I thought quietly there, I said, hear properly. Get some oil in those ears. Clean it up. It's something you ought to think on your feet too, Sunny, there when suddenly you have both captains walking towards you saying that I've won the toss. Get two. Luckily, I had one experience before in a World Cup final in 2011 when Kumar Sangakkara and MS Dhoni came out to the toss, and Kumar said something. Dhoni started walking towards me, as did Kumar. And Jeff had not heard it. Jeff Crow was the match referee. So he had to do it again. Dhoni thought he had won it, but then it was Sangha who won it. Dhoni wasn't happy, but he chased down the score and was the man of the match. Shubman wasn't happy, chased down the score and was the man of the match. So some similarities there.
Interesting experiences with all the noise and the volume. It's not easy, it's not straightforward. And Rasita has been better in this over so far. He still has to close out the over. I wonder whether they give Romario Shepherd an over in the middle of the innings early rather than when they're under pressure. If they need to go to him, you still want to throw all your ammunition at Jos Buttler in particular.
Swings, taken in the deep. Straight down the throat of Longhorn. Devdutt Padikkal is never going to miss that. And looking to up the ante, Sindhu is the man dismissed.
And it's the earlier deliveries, really. He scored such a good over, Rasikar. Just 5 runs, including a dot ball, which was the 5th ball, was the dot ball. That put the pressure on Sindhu, and he thought that he will look to do do something different. You can see that no balance in that shot. So no balance in that shot means no power. And yes, he can scream as much as he wants it himself. He's got plenty of time to reflect in the change room. 55 for 3, 20 to single.
For 3, Krunal Pandya will continue. First over, just 5. Such an outstanding record. He's played 4 finals.
4. He's got 2 Player of the Match awards in the final. I'll tell you what, your colleague, Josh Hazelwood, he's been in 5 T20 finals, 4 ODI finals, and he's never lost one. Just doesn't quite get the elevation. Mr. Cylinder continuing with that hard length. Adrian Bishop talked about it a number of times. Don't go away from your strengths, mate. Others hit you off your best ball. Something about this RCB side. David Padikal comes in here as a cricketer transfer. You think maybe Bhuvi is tapering off in his career. He comes back, bowler transformed.
I think it's a confidence sign. The fact they won last year, I think, took a lot of weight off their shoulders. The pressure of not having won an IPL trophy can weigh on your mind. Much more relaxed, much more confident, and less pressure.
Today, Krunal Pandya owns his brother Hardik with 5 trophies. Karen Pollard's got 5, and his Dhoni's got 5. Only 2 have got it 6 times. Rohit Sharma and Ambati Rayudu. Rohit, of course, if you remember, with the Deccan Chargers first year. Thereafter 5 with the Mumbai Indians. Ambati Rayudu split 3 equally, went back to CSK. Middle order will be tested. It's not the most powerful middle order in terms of batting averages among the lower in the league. You can understand that. It's probably because the top 3 have been so good.
So another tidy over. There's 4 runs off it, 59 for 2.
And Nitin Menon will tap his watch. Say the first strategic timeout, and it's one that RCB will be far happier.
We might speak, eat, and celebrate differently, but the passion we share for our cricket teams is the same. Together we cheer for those we love. And the only team we support more fiercely is family, wherever they live. Send money back home with Remitly. Download the app today.
Deliver more with the world's #1 forklift brand. Get Toyota's legendary reliability. Get smarter energy solutions. Get Australia's leading service network. That's the Toyota Forklift Advantage. What does it take to be a master? Determination, creativity, obsession. Discover excellence. Expect delicious by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
Somewhat of a surprise to us all. And out on field.
Sudarshan straight away had no hesitation to go upstairs. And at this stage, thought, what a start from Josh Hazlewood, like he's done so many times. Gets the big wickets in the big games. Very next over. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar standing up under pressure. Biggest surprise, Josh Butler is down to number 4, trying to extend the batting.
Two good catches there. You expect them to be taken at this level, but they're to run a fair distance. So moving 2 overs, 1 for 11. Hazlewood 2 overs, 15. And Rasik Salamdar 2 overs, 1 for 11. Everything going in their favour at the moment.
All right, Ahmedabad, as we get back to action, सबकी आंखें on the big screen. तो चलिए सारे मिलके Ahmedabad, everyone hands up. 10, 9, 8, 7.
So that's the end of the Siata strategic timeout. 59 for 3 already. Talking of legends, here's another we grew up admiring. It's backed with legendary interior space, comfort and performance. The Tata Sierra is the preferred choice of over 30,000 families now, right across the country. Is it your time then to bring home the legend? Lawrence Duffy comes. Jacob Duffy comes back. My old friend, producer Lawrence Duffy must be delighted we remembered him. Right, Jacob Duffy. First over for 13. Captain's got all his moves right so far. Maybe except that one. All right, Dinesh Karthik joins us. There, I knew the smile would be there. I knew the smile would be there. It's a wonderful position to be in, isn't it, at the moment? Is there almost, can you almost start thinking there's a second trophy coming?
No. I
thought
think
you might
there's a
say
long
that.
way to go. We're just sticking to a process which is to try and get the big 3 out. We've got 2, we got 1 more. If we can get that as early as possible, then definitely we're putting a stronger step towards what you just said.
That short ball, both to Gill and to Sai Sudarshan, was that all part of the planning before, saying let's go hard at them like that?
Yeah, both the bowlers felt that the odd short ball is important because this pitch has bounce, and they executed it quite nicely. To be fair, Shubman Gill wasn't that short. I think he picked up one that was slightly full probably.
And DK, a lot of these players have got experience of winning a title now. Was there a different feeling coming in today around the group?
A little bit, I must say. You know, when you have people like Hoff, who's been part of many a trophy, and he has this habit of winning big games, and he knows what it takes to win a big game, there's a sense of calmness, actually, when we have those bowling meetings. And that's so important. And I'm talking about Hoff here, because he's a big influence on the bowling group. Bhuvi, who's won a few titles, Virat Kohli, as we know. So these are 3 important names there who won titles and know what it takes to win a big game.
DK, what's your reading of the surface up to now? Because we've really had some high-scoring games in Ahmedabad, but this surface, what do you make of it?
I'd like to think probably it's a touch slower than normal, but it still feels a decent batting pitch if you apply yourself. I think we have bowled well and we put pressure on them.
There's fielders everywhere. There's fielders everywhere.
Don't say that, Asha.
DK, you're in the dugout now. You're not in the commentary box. But tell me, 62 for 3. You talked about the surface slightly slow, but you'd still need to get 200. Wouldn't it to be a challenging score? I mean, put on a broadcaster that not that RCB had.
To be honest, the lesser the better for us is all I'm thinking. I'm not able to process how much we should be scoring because we're not batting first. I'm just thinking how quickly can we, how small a target can we keep ourselves, to chase basically. I'm genuinely not able to put the Gujarat Titans hat to think what is a good score.
Still looking good for RCB at the moment. I'm delighted you mentioned the calm that comes, I think, with being a champion. And RCB have played like a champion, played front runners. That's an interesting one too. Happy being front runners right through as the favourites.
I think so, because we set a mindset of trying to be attacking champions. We want to be trying attacking towards the second title. One thing that we refrained from using was language talking about defending our title. We spoke about trying to get to the second title. That's what we've constantly spoken about, and that's made a big difference.
There's another. There's another. Wonderfully taken. Now Duffy joins the wicket. Washington Sundar can't keep that pull shot down. Ronnie can't get it to clear the boundary.
Send it up.
So another goes down. 63 for 4. Thank you very much to Dinesh Karthik as well. He'd be overjoyed sitting in that
We
dugout.
have
as
an
would
umpire review
all
for
the
a fair
RCB
catch.
fans.
I've checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can you give me the first angle of the catch, please?
Well, look at it, but it looks all right.
Can you just take it back? Yeah, rock and roll there for me. Okay, thank you. I have the ball on the ground between the fingers there. I'm ready with my decision for the big screen. The fingers were beside, not beneath. That is what you need to look at. On first glance, you wonder if the fingers were beneath. They were not. They were beside. That is what the umpire thought. And the correct decision, because you see how the turf is much more. As, of course, the fingers are closer together. And he's checking if the batsman had crossed. Wow, they would have been celebrating, and with good reason. It was actually, he did very well to get there. Jordan Cox, the sub. He looked like he thought he had taken it clean. All of us here thought it was taken clean. The fingers were not underneath. That is what J.R. Madan Gopal wanted to see. They didn't cross, so no run. But they'd just be happy to have Washington still there. It's 63-3. Interesting to see the role that Josh Butler plays here, the style he plays in rather. And also see what Krunal Pandya is trying to do. He's not experimenting too much, just bowling stump to stump at the moment. He's varying his pace. You can see the odd ball gripping as well. This stopping. He played a lot of cricket here too. Last year's final, 4 overs, 1 for 17. Jordan Cox has gone off. Talks about the calmness. DK talked about the calmness with all the experienced players in the side. Look at it again. At that point, it's all right. Now, when it goes down, what the umpire's got to judge is the fingers were beside, yes, but if the ball touched the ground, was it just picked up a little bit earlier? So, do you reckon it had touched the ground? This last three plays are touch interesting. Let's take a look at this one. The fingers are beside, underneath. Depending on which side of the fence you sit on, you could argue till you're blue in the face, couldn't you? See there, on first glance, it looks like it just skims the turf there, and the fingers just go together at the last second.
for 2. In spite of that, only 4 of the over. 67 for 3 from 11.